In the small town of Cedarville, Benjamin Hayes, 60, was a well-known figure. A retired teacher, he was admired for his kindness and wisdom, and he spent his days walking through the town, tending to his garden, and visiting the park. Despite the challenges he faced as a black man in a community with a fraught racial history, Benjamin had always believed in the power of change and standing up for what's right. One warm afternoon, while walking home from the market, Benjamin saw a young black boy being confronted by Officer Max Clayton, a 27-year-old cop known for his aggressive and prejudiced behavior toward black residents. The boy, no older than 15, was visibly scared, and Max was shouting at him for allegedly jaywalking. Benjamin's heart sank, and he couldn't stand to watch the interaction escalate. He set his cloth bag down on a bench and approached with a calm but firm demeanor. "Officer," Benjamin said, "is there a problem here?" Max turned toward him with a sneer. "This doesn't concern you, old man. Keep walking." Benjamin glanced at the boy, who looked terrified. "It concerns me when I see a child being treated like a criminal. Let's not make this worse than it needs to be." The boy seized the opportunity to slip away, disappearing into the crowd. Max's face turned red with fury. "You just let him go. Who do you think you are?" Benjamin stood firm. "I'm someone who cares about this community. That boy wasn't a criminal, he was just scared." Max's grip tightened on his baton. "You think you're above the law?" he taunted. "No," Benjamin replied. "I think the law is supposed to protect people, not intimidate them." Max's frustration boiled over. Without warning, he raised his baton and struck Benjamin across the arm. A gasp swept through the crowd. Benjamin staggered but remained standing, his expression calm despite the pain. "That's enough," Benjamin said, his voice firm but steady. But Max wasn't done. In a fit of anger, he struck Benjamin again, this time on the shoulder. Benjamin dropped his grocery bag, apples spilling onto the pavement, but he didn't cry out. He stood tall, refusing to back down. People in the crowd began shouting, and phones appeared, recording the scene. "Leave him alone," someone yelled. "Stop abusing him," another voice cried out. A young activist, Tamika, stepped forward and raised her phone. "We're recording this, Officer Max. We're all watching." Max hesitated, realizing the situation was no longer under his control. The sight of so many people recording made him uneasy. He lowered his baton and muttered, he was resisting. Benjamin, despite the bruises on his body, straightened up. His voice rang clear and strong. "I wasn't resisting," he said. "I was standing up for what's right." The crowd's murmurs grew louder. Some chanted, "Justice for Benjamin." Max, visibly shaken, retreated toward his patrol car. He knew he had crossed a line. The sound of sirens could be heard as another police car arrived. Two senior officers got out, assessing the scene. After speaking to witnesses and reviewing the video footage, they ordered Max to return to the station. That afternoon, Max was placed on administrative leave, and an internal investigation was launched. In the days that followed, the video of the incident went viral, sparking outrage both locally and nationally. Protests were organized demanding justice and police reform in Cedarville. The town, divided for so long, was finally waking up to the reality of systemic injustice. Benjamin, though bruised and sore, remained resolute. At a community meeting, he spoke with calm wisdom. "This isn't just about me. It's about all of us. If we stand by and let this happen, we're complicit." "I'm not angry at Officer Max. I'm disappointed. He's young, and he can still learn that true power comes from respect, not fear." His words moved the crowd. Max was eventually dismissed from the force, and Cedarville police began implementing new training programs focused on de-escalation and community engagement. The incident became a turning point for the town. Though there was much work left to do, Benjamin's bravery sparked a conversation that would continue to echo in Cedarville long after. The moral of the story is clear: when we stand up against injustice, we make a difference. Courage and kindness are not only powerful tools, they are necessary for change. Benjamin's stand reminds us that the fight for justice is not just for ourselves, but for the community we all share.